It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And coming up in just a bit,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're coming at you from beautiful New Orleans. We are,
well, Kevin,
a two-way player to be sure, DA. Thanks. Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As you know, Kevin, you can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of the jersey of the guy you're guarding quite often. Can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in practice.
Yeah.
Help.
Oh, yeah.
I need help.
Help. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Collins is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Durant. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Dinwiddie in at the one spot.
What's the saying? If you're going to lose big. A lot of teams adopting that strategy again last season, the final year before the lottery odds are going through some new machinations and a bit of a change. The Suns, though, they kind of took the cake last year and ended up with the #1 pick.
Now here's Wall. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Wall passes to Ayton. Griffin trying to get open, and that one's good. Ayton.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Here's Dinwiddie, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Alvin Gentry, one of the best offensive minds and coaches in this league. Remember, just in the recent past about his time in Phoenix and then in Golden State, now as the head coach of the Pelicans, and he's done a great job just speeding up this team, pushing the ball, and trying to find ways to put up points.
Right side, LaVine. Banked in off the glass. LaVine's got his first points of the game.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Now, here's Warren. 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And for the Pelicans, it took some time before they could implement Gentry's vision.
Well, now it's in place. It felt like a long time to get there, and he ended up making the playoffs and pushing it to the second round. And Alvin Gentry's a big reason why the Pelicans are one of the most exciting teams right now to watch in the NBA.
Now here's Griffin. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by John Wall.
Well, Kevin Durant not only feels like he can score from everywhere, he does. So when he's that close, just count it.
And Lamb kicks to Griffin. Now the pass to Wall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Now we get a chance to check out Kevin Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. 5th in blocks, 6th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one.
And Wall has said he wants to be in the MVP conversation moving forward. A terrific floor general with unreal athleticism.
Now here's Griffin. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. And there it is for him.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Kicks to LaVine. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, this is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Here's Wall after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Over Collins. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the tight defense there only seems to increase Wall's focus. Gives him a little extra lift on the jumper.
Pass to Collins. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Wall. Shot clock at 5. Durant for 3. Rebounded by Lamb. Warren on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Over Durant. And Warren with the basket on the assist from Wall.
Yeah, mid-range is where he makes his game. T.J. Warren excellent at utilizing that area of the floor. Offensive plays drawn up for him there.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for New Orleans right now, Griffin is out there with T.J. Warren. Then there's and it's Wall, and it's Lamb in at the shooting guard. LaVine can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Yep, that one goes. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO, because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Phoenix Suns, trailing by 4. LaVine dishes to Dinwiddie, and McGee kicks to Durant. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. LaVine, Phoenix, no good that time either.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Griffin finds Wall. From 13, does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Wall. Here's Dinwiddie. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim and does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut back down to just 2 points. The basket there coming from Durant. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Lamb kicks to Wall. Rebound by the Suns.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Off with the layup. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. New Orleans shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good. Here's Wall. He has 6. Passes it to Griffin. 2 on the clock. He lays it in. Griffin's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, Blake Griffin right now working the inside.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And that's...
Welcome back to New Orleans as we take a gentle cruise down the Mississippi River before returning to action. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
On the court for the Suns, they've got Zach LaVine. John Collins is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Durant, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Collins against Griffin. Pass to Wall. Clock at 6. From 13, Collins grabs the miss. Wall's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. Here's Dinwiddie. That one goes. Count it. McGee's got the lead up to 2 now for the Suns.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Wall. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Wall's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Wall. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Brent, has there ever been a player who scores more easily with less effort than Kevin Durant?
Well, I know this, Kevin, that Kevin puts in a ton of work to make it look as easily as it does. There's just nobody that can match up with KD. And when he's playing like this, he gets out into the mid-range and starts to hit a few shots. Watching him be on fire for a night is a treat.
The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. I think those are necessary things.
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might have been.
It makes sense when you say it.
But the league always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
The Pelicans have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And it's in there. Griffin's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
Like how Blake Griffin stayed very zoned in on the basket on that possession, and he's comfortable taking it at the defense.
Looking to get it going. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 6.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Wall dishes to Lamb. Warren against Durant. Now here's Warren. Tight defense on him. Off target from the baseline. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. The lead is 2. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits, makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Durant against Warren. Left side, Wall. And Griffin scores. The assist from Wall. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
And that's what Griffin does best. They're remarkable how he maintains control and schools the D.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can.
Durant, that's good.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. There's the pass to Wall. And he comes up with the deuce. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Durant. Second shot opportunity, and that one released in time, but no good.
Well, staying with his man, Warren has the body to annoy shooters on the way up.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Suns on top, up 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Warren is out there with Griffin. Then it's Wall. Then there's Ayton. And it's Lamb in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
Durant kicks to Dinwiddie. Outside, Levine. Takes the 3. Suns keep it alive. That one, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
To take the lead, and it's laid in by Wall.
Yeah, that's a smart pass as T.J. Warren does a solid job finding the open man.
Suns trailing. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Collins.
But one advantage you have with Blake Griffin playing that spot on the floor is that he can defend well both inside the post and step out and do the same on the perimeter.
Wall passes to Ayton. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 1.5 minutes played here in the 4th. Here's Warren. McGee with the block. And they get it back. Goes back up. The kick out to Wall. Just 4 to shoot. From the baseline. And he hits the jumper for 2. Wall's Both got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time. TJ Warren wants to score and loves the big moment.
And the Suns call time here. They're down by 4. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Igor Kokoskov address the team. He got into him pretty hard. He said, we are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thank you, David. Passes it to Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 15 points for Kevin Durant.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Griffin inside. He's guarded by Collins. Griffin against Collins. The 11-footer. And shot by Griffin, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. Gets the bucket and the foul. TJ Warren picks one up.
And he has gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Powers through for the bucket. Gets a chance to tack on another point at the free throw line. He really relished these moments, and he loves those pressure situations.
Outside Griffin. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Wall. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
To the middle. McGee finds Levine over Lamb. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside Griffin. And he goes big with a dunk right on top of John Collins.
Oh, Griffin with a huge feel for those moments. Easy to see why he wants the ball in his hands.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 4. Just 4 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, but I don't know.
Here's Dinwiddie. Kick out to Levine. McGee with no one around. Misses there. So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. They didn't make it easy. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.